Sandy Robertson, and I'd like to welcome you to Live. It's an Imperial Centre Christmas. It's a holiday showcase filled with holiday spirit and amazing talent. This event has been organized by local families, musicians, performers, and staff members who've been working together to bring Rocky Mount a live-streamed holiday event to remember. Before we start, though, I'd like to thank Joel Dunn, our Director of Parks and Recreation, and his staff, especially Brooke Edwards, and her team for their work on this program and throughout the year in a department that touches each one of us through inclusive experiences at the Rocky Mount Senior Center, the South Rocky Mount Community Center, the Booker T. Washington Community Center, our city's parks and ball fields, and of course here at the Imperial Centre. Sit back and enjoy as we get into the holiday spirit together. And I hope this season is filled with joy and happiness for you and your loved ones. Merry Christmas.
Frosted window panes, candles gleaming inside painted candy canes on the tree. Santa's on his way, he's filled his sleigh with things for you and for me. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say, Merry Christmas, may your New Year's dreams come true. And this song of mine in 3/4 time, wishing you and yours the same thing too.
I love that song. It reminds me of all the Christmas specials my sisters and I used to watch when we were little kids in the 70s and 80s. There were the Carpenters and the Osmonds and Sonny and Cher.
Mm-hmm.
That could be you and me. We could be Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just like
You have to be Cher though because you're taller.
only one standing up.
This is a different Christmas for us this year. Instead of our big holiday show, we're doing a smaller virtual program for you. But last year we had an amazing show. Do you remember last year?
We were doing Langston Hughes Black Nativity.
Yes, we were with Word Tabernacle Church, and it was an amazing production. And if you missed it and would like to see pieces of it, we actually do have some clips from it on our YouTube channel. But I thought it would be a really great idea to start this year with something from Word Tabernacle.
Absolutely.
So we have from Word Tabernacle coming up, they're going to doing a dance. Sorry, excuse me, I'm flubbing all over the place already, and we just started. They will be dancing from Handel's Messiah, the Word Up Dance Ministry.
Was the little baby Jesus that the prophets foretold. People gathered round him just to sing and rejoice. They cried out together in one great voice. For unto us a child is born. See the pretty little baby boy. See the pretty little baby boy. What a pretty little baby boy. What a pretty little baby boy. See the pretty little baby boy. See the pretty little baby boy. What a pretty little baby boy. What a pretty little baby boy. See him toto les alivos. Toto
We will have a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Yes, it's the holidays, a time when friends and family gather together. Gatherings always mean dinners and parties. And if you're doing the entertaining, you want to offer dishes that everyone will love, like fruitcake, sausage rolls, mince pies, gingerbread houses, and of course, Christmas cookies. And, whatever this is. And what is the one ingredient that gives all of your cooking that extra special, savory moistness that will keep them coming back for more? Why, it's lard, from the fine folks at Kraft. So begin every dish with a generous dollop of lard. And happy holidays from the fine folks at Kraft.
Well, that was fun. Are you making a bunch of tasty treats for Christmas this year?
Of course, I've made some cookies. They're over there. I've got.
Well, hopefully they're filled with plenty of lard.
Yeah, definitely.
I like lots of traditional things, especially at this time of year. I love hearing the Christmas song.
Me
You know?
too. I have the sheet music right here.
Oh, someone's at the
Who
door.
that is?
Who could that be? Well, hi, David. How are you?
How are you?
Very good.
By any chance, do you know the Christmas song?
Of course I do.
Well, we have the music right here. Pull up a chair.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Well, what else could we add to this evening?
Oh, what's another song that you like hearing this time of year, Ben?
Oh, I don't know. We already did the Carpenters Christmas song. There's O Holy Night. There's also a lot of great stories in the Bible.
That's right.
It might be time for a reading.
It might be time for a reading. Yes, Miss. Who's that? Why, it's Miss Patsy Gillian.
Oh my goodness. Did I see she has a Bible?
No, welcome, and she has a Bible.
I know, I'm ready.
Okay, well, take it away.
Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and his name shall be called Emmanuel, God with us. Wonderful, Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Now it came about in those days that a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that a census be taken of all the inhabited earth. This was the first census taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all were proceeding to register for the census, everyone to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the city of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and family of King David, in order to register, along with Mary, who was engaged to him and was with child. And it came about that while they were there, the days were completed for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and she wrapped him in cloths and laid him in a manger, because there was no room in the inn for them. And in the same regions there were some shepherds staying out in the fields and keeping watch over their flock by night. And an angel of the Lord suddenly stood before them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were terribly frightened. And the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of a great joy, which shall be for all people. For today in the city of David there has been born for you a Savior, a Messiah, who is Christ the Lord. And this will be a sign for you. You will find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger." And suddenly there appeared with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among men with whom he is pleased." And it came about, when the angels had gone away from them into heaven, that the shepherds began saying to one another, "Let's go straight away to Bethlehem then, and see this thing that happened, which the Lord made known to us." And they made haste and found their way to Mary and Joseph and the baby as he lay in the manger. And when they had seen this, they made known the statement which had been told them about this child from the angels. And all who heard it wondered at the things that were told them by the shepherds. But Mary treasured all these things, pondering them in her heart. And the shepherds went back, glorifying God and praising him for all that they had heard and seen, just as had been told to them. Thanks be to God.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Patsy.
You
You know, there's a song that pretty much depicts that night.
Yes, I think this would be a really great time for us to hear "O Holy Night."
It would be the perfect time for it. If only somebody could come sing it.
I really wish there was somebody walking by right now who knew "O Holy Night."
Oh, I see it drifting open.
Oh, goodness. Welcome.
By any chance, do you know "O Holy Night"?
Absolutely.
Well, let me go get some music.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. He taught us to love one another. His law is love, and His gospel is peace. Chain shall He break, for the slave is our brother, and in His name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy and grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise His holy name. Christ is our Lord. He is our deliverer. His word and glory evermore proclaim. His
And that was Faith May Kaiser. I did not get to say her name before she sang, and that was absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Maybe we should lighten things up a little bit.
I think so.
Kids want all sorts of crazy things for Christmas all the time. I can't even tell you what is on Atticus's list this year. But I think we have a young man somewhere near who wants to sing about something very silly he wants for Christmas.
Surely he's walking by.
I'm sure he's coming by any minute now.
And surely it's some form of animal, maybe not a horse.
And it's some young man named Keith. Oh, there he is.
Oh. Well, hello, Keith.
Hi, Keith.
Hello.
I couldn't remember, but what sort of animal would you like for Christmas?
All right.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only hippopotamus will do. Don't want a game, no tinky tinker toy. I want a hippopotamus to play with and enjoy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. I don't think Santa Claus or mine would use. He won't have to use a dirty chimney flue. Just bring him through the front door, that's the easy thing to do. I can see me now on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes and see a hippo hero standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles, no rhinoceroses. I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. Mom says a hippo would eat me up, but then teacher says a hippo is a vegetarian. There's lots of room for him in our two-car garage. I'd feed him there and wash him there and give him his massage. I can see me now on Christmas morning, creeping down the stairs. Oh, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes to see a hippo hero standing there. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only hippopotamus will do. No crocodiles, no rhinoceroses. I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too.
Now I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. That sounds like a lot of
I
fun.
don't have a garage though.
I have a backyard.
I guess you could stay there.
Wonderful. Well, Keith is one of many students of Miss Patsy Gillian's, and we are so lucky to have her in our community. And we have another one of her students coming up, Miss Leah Joyner, who's going to sing for us, Mary, Did You Know? She should be coming by any Sunday.
There she is. Right on time.
Hi, Leah.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I barely recognize you without your tentacles.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? And this child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Oh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? And this sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Ooh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know?
Thank you so much, Leah.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Miss Virginia Fegans singing Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, I believe.
I believe so.
Yes, she should be by any moment.
Oh, I think she's already coming in.
There she is.
Here we go.
Hey, Virginia.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Thank you, Virginia. So normally this time of year, there's many celebrations and performances going on across our community. Obviously, Imperial Centre usually has a show, and also people always look forward to the Tar River Children's Chorus Christmas program. So we get a little taste of it this year under the direction of Patsy Gillian. The older members of the choir are going to come do Carol of the Bells.
Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding-dong-ding-dong, bells are sung, with joyful ring, the caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, hark loud, raising the sound, o'er heaven tell, telling their tale. Hey, while people sing songs of good cheer, Christmas is here. Many, many, many Christmas, many, 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 many Christmas. On up and send on without end, their joyful tone to every home. On up and send on without end, their joyful tone to every home. Ding dong, ding dong, dong.
Thank you so much, ladies, and thank you so much, Patsy, for putting that together. And now we will hear from another one of our sponsors.
This holiday, make Ned's Fine Jewelry and Pawn your one-stop shopping source. Here's Ned himself to tell you more.
How, how, how. This is Ned of Ned's Fine Jewelry and Pawn, inviting you to visit our vast emporium, where you will find something for everyone on your Christmas list.
For example, a wide assortment of solid gold plated jewelry, musical instruments, appliances, digital cameras. How about this leather violin case, only used once? Car stereos, and installation is free. Widescreen TVs. Or how about these solid brass knuckles? She'll be thrilled when you slip them on her fingers. And all Christmas decorations through December 24th are 40% off.
So visit us today and happy holidays. How, how, how.
Ned's Fine Jewelry and Pawn in the Hokum Valley Strip Mall.
Well, do you have any more Christmas shopping to do?
I've got all of it to do.
Well, then you ought to head on down to Ned's.
I should.
Get everything you need there.
I might pass on the brass knuckles.
Yeah. I need a new pair personally. Anyway, after all of that singing, maybe it would be nice to have a reading.
Yeah. Well, I wonder who that could be.
Who could that be?
It might be someone with a reading.
Something to say? I don't know. Oh, it's Doug Keating!
Hey, bro. Hey, Ben.
And look, he has something that looks like a reading.
I was down there at the library and I found this wonderful reading called Keeping Christmas by Henry Van Dyke. It was written in 1905 and I thought, well, I saw your lights in the window, so you probably want to hear it.
Absolutely. Of course. Thank you.
It is a good thing to observe Christmas Day, the mere marking of times and seasons when men agree to stop work and make merry together is a wise and wholesome custom. It helps one to feel the supremacy of the common life over the individual life. It reminds a man to set his own little watch now and then by the great clock of humanity which runs on sun time. But there is a better thing than the observance of Christmas Day, and that is keeping Christmas. Are you willing to forget what you have done for other people and to remember what other people have done for you? To ignore what the world owes you and to think what you owe the world? To put your rights in the background and your duties in the middle distance and your chances to do a little more than your duty in the foreground? To see that your fellow men are just as real as you are and try to look behind their faces to their hearts, hungry for joy. To know that probably the only good reason for your existence is not what you're going to get out of the world, but what you're going to give to life. To close your book of complaints against the management of the universe and look around you for a place where you can sow a few seeds of happiness. Are you willing to do these things even for a day? Then you can keep Christmas. Are you willing to stoop down and consider the needs and the desires of little children? To remember the weakness and loneliness of people who are growing old? To stop asking how much your friends love you and ask yourself whether you love them enough? To bear in mind the things that other people have to bear on their hearts? To try to understand what those who live in the same house with you really want without waiting for them to tell you? To trim your lamp so that it will give more light and less smoke, and to carry it in front so that your shadow will fall behind you? To make a grave of your ugly thoughts and a garden for your kindly feelings with the gate open? Are you willing to do these things even for a day? Then you can keep Christmas. Are you willing to believe that love is the strongest thing in the world, stronger than hate, stronger than evil, stronger than death? And that the blessed life which began in Bethlehem 1900 years ago is the image and brightness of the eternal love? Then you can keep Christmas. And if you can keep Christmas for a day, why not always? But you can never keep it alone.
That was lovely. I'm so glad you were at the library and you were passing by.
Well, I'll see if I can do it.
Maybe you could find another one and stop by later.
I'll check in my glove compartment.
We'll be right here.
A breather. So at this time of year, we say happy holidays because obviously Christmas isn't the only holiday that's celebrated this time of year. The Romans had Saturnalia, the Germanic tribes and Scandinavia had Yule. We celebrate Diwali in India, which just passed the Diwali season. And of course, Kwanzaa is celebrated this time of year as well. Unfortunately, we had a Kwanzaa presentation planned, and Sherelle, one of our favorite performers, was unable to make it this evening. She and her son are sick, so please keep them in your thoughts. But I do have a wonderful video from a young lady in our community, Becky Hunter, who celebrates Hanukkah with her family, and she made this video to share with us, to tell us about their celebrations.
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, I'll give you a treat. Shiny girl to play with, the latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night we share the sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night we share the sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Hi everyone, my name is Becky Hunter. The religion I practice is Judaism, which means I celebrate holidays like Hanukkah and Rosh Hashanah. Since Hanukkah is coming up very soon, I will talk about Hanukkah, the origins of Hanukkah. They go back an extremely long time ago, in 200 BCE, which is before Common Era. Some of you may know it as before Christ, but in Judaism we call it before Common Era. When the land of Israel was under the control of Antiochus V Epiphanes, he outlawed the Jewish religion and ordered the Jews to worship the Greek gods. In 166 BCE, Judah Maccabee drew the Syrians out of Jerusalem. He called on his followers to help fix up the Second Temple, rebuild its altar, and light its menorah, which was meant to be kept burning every night. Though there was only enough olive oil to keep the menorah's candles burning for one single day. But the flames, they stayed lit for 8 days, leaving them time to make more oil. This wondrous event inspired the Jews to proclaim a yearly 8-day festival known as Hanukkah. Traditions for Hanukkah include making potato pancakes known as latkes, playing a game called dreidel, where you spin a top, and depending on what side you land on, you either give in or take some small chocolate coins known as gelt. And of course, there are presents. See, kids, it's kind of like Christmas. Hanukkah is also known as the Festival of Lights. Out of all of the Jewish holidays, Hanukkah is my favorite one of them all. This Hanukkah is going to be next Thursday on December the 10th, 2020. Happy Hanukkah! Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, the dreidel I shall play.
We'd like to thank Becky Hunter and her family for helping put that video together and sharing their Hanukkah celebration with us. And next up, we have, I believe, a couple trumpeters.
We do.
That happen to be brothers.
They are.
Shane and Nolan McDonald are going to come out, I think, if they're stopping by, to play. Oh, there they are now. Hey guys.
Hello.
You going to play little jingle bells for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Happy trumpets.
Thank you so much, guys. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Have a happy holiday season. Merry
too.
Christmas. Stay warm.
Will do.
I think it's a shivering 52 out there. This time of year, I think it's probably pretty busy in the South Pole.
Oh, it is. It is.
I think it's probably crazy with like elves building things.
It's even crazier than North Pole.
Yes. And I think...
What? Another guess.
Another guess? Could that be an elf coming by to tell us about what it's like really at the North Pole?
It might be.
Hey.
Hey, Jillian Shrimper, what are you doing here?
Nothing much.
Huh. Are you going to do a monologue for us?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right, you North Pole newbies, this is your orientation. The Christmas countdown is ticking down, and we don't have much time. So prick up those pointy ears and listen up. Hi, I'm Inspector Grumbly, elf number 8425. I've given this speech over 1,000 years. So if I look burnt out, it's not your imagination. The number one rule here at Santa's workshop is, when the big man's on the floor, look busy. Everything after that's pretty easy. As you can see behind me, this is the main room where the magic happens. And if you're working alongside the conveyor belt, don't wear Jingle Bell sleeves. Last year, Happy the Elf lost an arm. Not so happy anymore. Over here we have the stables. Yes, the reindeer fly, but their poop falls to the ground, just like the rest of us. So you can expect to be on nugget patrol for the first few weeks. And if Sneaky the Elf offers you fudge from the stables, do yourself a favor and just say no. Some basic tips. Common sense, really. And don't stare at Rudolph's nose. He hates that. It's red. Get over it. And don't listen to rumors about Mrs. Claus and the Easter Bunny. And don't mention those rumors to Santa, especially after he's had 2 glasses of eggnog. Trust me on this one. I know from experience. All right, elves, I think that's about it. Let's get to work.
Thank you, Jillian, for coming by.
Thank
I hope you have a
you.
really happy holiday with your family.
You too. Thank you.
Feels like it's time for another piano song.
It does. You know, it's not Christmas without hearing.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Yes, I was trying to remember the name of the song.
But I
Thank
don't,
God
I,
you
I don't
did.
have the music for it though.
You don't have the music?
I don't. Well, who'da thunk? Someone else is at the door.
Who could that be? It's Leah Gilbert.
Yoo-hoo.
Hi, Leah.
By
How are
any
you?
chance, did you happen to bring any music for
You know,
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas?
that is a really good question. I was walking here from Tarboro,
Uh-huh.
and I brought my music with me, and I do have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
You get out of town.
What a
I'm-
coinkydink.
I'm
Shut
in
the front
town.
door. Oh my gosh.
It's open though.
Would you please play?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Anything for you.
Thank you, Leah.
For you and for you.
Absolutely, thank you.
We always love it when you drop by. Announced or unannounced.
Have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
You too. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Well, it's been a great evening.
Yes.
Maybe if we had another reading.
Yeah, something to calm ourselves on fire.
Goodness, it scared me. I wasn't expecting someone. Oh, who could that be?
I don't know, but they sure are.
Oh, it's Mr. Doug Geary.
He's back.
He's back.
You won't believe this. I happened to run into my mother. She's 93. And she said she had this reading called The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus by Ogden Nash. And she wanted me to read, or she's going to read it to you. Tonight's her bowling night.
Oh, no.
And she's been high man 3 weeks in a row, so she had to go, so she just gave it to me. So if I could read it for her.
Of course. We would love to hear it.
In Baltimore, there lived a boy. He wasn't anybody's joy. Although his name was J.B. Dawes, his character was full of flaws. In school, he never led the classes. He hid old ladies' reading glasses. His mouth was open while he chewed, and elbows to the table glued. He stole the milk of hungry kittens and walked through doors marked no admittance. He said he acted thus because there wasn't any Santa Claus. Another trick that tickled JB's was crying boo at little babies. He brushed his teeth, they said in town, sideways instead of up and down. Yet people pardoned every sin and viewed his antics with a grin, till they were told by JB's Dawes, there isn't any Santa Claus. Deploring how he did behave, his parents quickly sought an early grave. They hurried through the portals pearly, and JB's left the funeral early. Like whooping cough, from child to child, he sped to spread the rumor wild. Sure as my name is J.B.'s Dawes, there isn't any Santa Claus. Slunk like a weasel or a martin through nursery and kindergarten, whispering low to every tot, there isn't any, no, there's not. No beard, no pipe, no scarlet clothes, no twinkling eyes, no cherry nose, no sleigh, and furthermore, by Jiminy, no one coming down the chimney. The children wept all Christmas Eve, and J.B.'s chortled up his sleeve. No infant dared to hang up his stocking for fear of Jabez ribald mocking. He sprawled on his untidy bed, fresh malice dancing in his head, when presently, with a scalp a-tingling, J.B.'s heard a distant jingling. He heard the crunch of sleigh and hoof, crisply alighting on the roof. What good to rise and bar the door? A shower of soot was on the floor. J.B.'s beheld, oh, awe of awes, the fireplace full of Santa Claus. Then J.B.'s fell upon his knees with cries of don't and pretty please. He howled, I don't know where you read it. I swear some other fellow said it. J.B.'s, cried the angry saint. It isn't I, it's you that ain't. Although there is a Santa Claus, there isn't any J.B.'s Dawes. Said J.B.'s then with impudent vin, oh yes there is, and I am him. Your language don't scare me, it doesn't. And suddenly he found he wasn't. From grinning feet to unkept locks, J.B.'s became a jack-in-the-box, an ugly toy in Santa's sack, mounting the flue on Santa's back. The neighbors heard his mournful squeal. They searched for him, but not with zeal. No trace was found of J.B.'s Dawes, which led to thunderous applause, and people drank a loving cup and went and hung their stockings up. All you who sneer at Santa Claus, beware the fate of J.B.'s Dawes. The saucy boy who told the saint off, the child who got him licked his paint off. We'll see you next time. Merry Christmas. Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas. Thank you, Doug. Oh my goodness. What a show.
Just lovely.
What a year it has been.
Absolutely.
So,
Seems like there's a perfect song for right now.
I do think there's a very perfect song for right now, and I think we should sing it, Cher. Hold on one second. Sorry, all of that door opening here. I'm quite thirsty. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, a new one just begun. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is Christmas for weak and for strong, for rich and for poor ones. The world is so wrong. And so happy Christmas for black and for white, for yellow and red ones that stop all the fight. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, a new one just begun. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. From all of us here at the Imperial Center and the theater at the Imperial Center, from Ben, Will, myself, Brooke Edwards, we wish you and your family a joyous, happy, and safe holiday season. It's chaos out there, folks, and the best thing that we can do is be kind to one another. And that is my personal wish to you. Thank you and good night.